Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. In this video, I am going to show you how to run Visual Studio Code in browser and set up Visual Studio Code for full stack development. So let's start. Code server runs VS Code in browser. Open this uh, link in your web browser. We can access Visual Studio Code with the help of code server from anywhere on any machine by installing on one machine and access it from another machine or any machine. I have to install curl since I don't have on my machine. Now use this link to install code server on your system. It will show you for the first time, that is setup guidance. It will download the make a directory in .cas folder with code server name, then download the Debian package from the GitHub link, then install the package. Now we will install code server with the help of this command. Run this command to install the code server. It will create code server folder in .cas folder and download the Debian package. Code server version is 3.4.1. Code server provides us Visual Studio Code to run in browser. We can install on one machine and access VS Code from anywhere through browser. Code server is installed on my system. You can enable it to run on your boot time. Run the code server with code-server. Configuration file is stored in .config/code servers. Now you need to give the password, which is stored in the config.yaml file. Open the YAML file, config.yaml file. Copy this password and paste it into the browser. And we are ready to go. Code server is installed on your machine. It is currently running on port 8080. So I need to change it. For that, I have stop the server and change the port to 10,000, password to 12345. You can keep any password. Run the code server again, and now it is running on port 10,000 with my custom password. Run it again, enter the password, and running on code server version 3.4.1. We have successfully installed the code server on our machine. Now I will be installing a Spring Boot for backend development. So for this we need to install Spring Boot tools, Spring Initializer, Spring Boot dashboard. Before installing any of the extension, you need to first make sure you have Java installed, Apache Maven installed, and MySQL installed on your machine. If you don't have, you can watch my video. I will give the link for in the description. Control P or Command P to open the command palette and paste the Java extension pack link. It is installing Java extension pack which contains uh, Red Hat Java language support, Maven for Java, Project Manager for Java, Debugger, and Java Test Runner. These extensions will be installed with the help of Java extension pack in Visual Studio Code. You can install this same in the same way in your Visual Studio Code without installing code server. Wait for some time. Refresh it after installation is complete. From here you can go to extension. Now we will install Spring Initializer. It is extension to generate our Spring Boot project in Visual Studio Code. Command P or Control P to open the command palette and paste the reload it. Open Spring Boot tools, copy it, paste it here in the command palette. After the installation is complete, reload. Now we will install Spring Boot dashboard, so that we can be able to run our Spring application in Visual Studio Code. Reload it. Command P or Control P, copy paste the Spring Boot dashboard, reload it. Spring Boot tools installed, Spring Dashboard installed, Initializer is installed, Maven for Java is installed, support for Java language is installed, extension pack contains all those Java. We can also install Spring Initializer, Spring Boot Dash, Spring Boot tools with the help of Spring Boot extension pack. It also contains two other extension, but I have used to install the extension manually without using Spring Boot extension pack. You can use it directly Spring Boot extension pack to install the Spring Boot tools, Initializer and Spring Boot dashboard. Now we will be installing uh, some useful extension for our full stack development. Before that, I will show you how to create a Spring Boot application in Visual Studio Code. Control P or Command P to open the command palette and type a Spring Initializer. Select the Java language and choose the dependencies and select the location for your download. Open the package. Now we have successfully imported our Spring Boot project in our Visual Studio Code. From here we can run the Spring Boot application, Spring Boot dashboard. Enable the semantic highlighting for Java. Exclude globally .class file .project file. It's a review of new improved performance in Visual Studio Code. You can read it. Main Java. It's and pom.xml file contains all the dependency which we will be using in a Spring Boot application. Currently I have used only a Spring Boot starter web. It is activating the extension. Now open the setting with help of control and comma. I will increase my font setting. Terminal.integrated.font size. It will increase the font size of my integrated terminal that is present in Visual Studio Code. Editor.font size. It will increase the font size of my editor. You can see the changes in the video. Editor.format on save. It will save the file automatically on paste true. It will also save the file whenever we paste the copy paste in any file. Whenever we start the Visual Studio Code, I want a new file to be opened, so I have used workbench.startup editor, new untitled file, editor.wordwrap on, so that I don't want to scroll horizontally in file. That's why uh, I have used editor.wordwrap on. You can also off by default. WordWrap is off. To disable the horizontal scrolling, I have make it on. Java control and tilt to open the terminal. ls to view the files. Now we will run the ambient Spring Boot run to download the dependencies first time. If Spring Boot dashboard is not able to download the packages, then we have to run it manually in the terminal. Sometime it happens. You need to run through terminal to download the Maven packages. Now Spring Boot is running on 8080. Visit the link and we can see our Spring Boot application is ready, running on our machine. Control C to exit from the server and exit the terminal. We can see font size has been changed, and also Spring Boot dashboard is showing our project. That is name of the project is demo. We can also run our project from here, Spring Boot dashboard extension, by clicking on run icon. We can see Spring Boot application is started. It is running on port 8080 Tomcat server. Refresh it and application is running. Stop the server. We have successfully set up a Spring Boot application in Visual Studio Code. Now I will download some useful extension for our development purpose, that is full stack development, whether it is for Angular front end development, that is Angular, React, or back end development like Java. Go to this link. I will share all the extensions link in the description. ptr command code formatter, it is used for Java, JavaScript, HTML, CSS to format the code. Best code formatter for front end work. Reload it. Now we will install VS Code Great Icons. Default icons in Visual Studio Code are not so beautiful. That's why I am using VS Code Great Icons to change the icons of my Visual Studio Code. Reload it to apply. Now bracket pair colorizer. It is helpful in colorizing the brackets. Whenever we select one bracket, it will show colorful bracket so that we can easily understand in which bracket we are currently in the code. It gives colorful brackets in our code. Now this to do highlight, it is useful whenever we are writing our code and in between we left for some other work. We can write this shortcut to do in the code for our reminder. Mm, After some time, whenever we open that file, it will highlight with to do that show us that something is remaining to write in that file. To do highlight extension. Now indicator, it is most useful to know the current function or any code block. With the help of indicator we can easily know in which code block we are present. Now to change our default theme, I am using Dracula official. You can use any of the theme you like. There are other themes also present. You can search on the internet and find out which themes suits you. I am using Dracula official. It is a beautiful theme. Install it in the extension by searching Dracula official. Install it, reload it. Control and comma to go to setting to apply all these extension manually. Customize these extension and other settings. Now in the setting, I will be changing all the setting manually. First, I have changed my theme, Dracula Workbench dot color theme, Gen mode. To go to presentation mode, we can also remove these vertical lines by going to the view and deselecting the center layout. Change the icon theme to VS Code Great Icons. Highlight, that is bracket color, pair colorizer. Activate scope, that is true, and disable the inbuilt bracket matcher, match brackets, and with our custom bracket pair colorizer, border style solid, border with 1 pixel, border color and opacity 0.5. I have changed bracket pair colorizer color mode to independent, so that each bracket colors will be independent, not depend on any other colors of the previous bracket. Indicator dot inner dot show highlight true, so that I can easily get to know in which code block I am present. I have set the color mode to red, that is dark color. You can see red sign on my setting editor. All the settings are saved. Theme, icons, bracket pair colorizer, indicator, identicator है, indenticator not indicator, indenticator. Now whenever we select any code block, it will highlight with the red color. You can easily see whenever in our any code block, it will shows the red color in which block of code. Exit from the Gen mode, go to the our Spring Boot application file, and you will see the red color in which code block I am present. That will be indicated by this indenticator extension. Close all this file, that is setting files. Open form.xml to understand it better. Code blocks, it looks how it is useful in writing the XML. We can easily able to know in which code blocks I am present. If you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel